My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent. I am a national expert in IRS resolution matters. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I've worked over 10,000 cases. I worked for the IRS for a decade. I've been in private practice for a long, long time, and I've been on all the news stations. So whatever I tell you is pretty much going to be the truth of any matter. As a former agent, I like to open up and tell you maybe things from the inside, so you understand that a lot of people practice and they've learned their stuff from working cases. Obviously, a former IRS agent knows the systems, the exit strategies, and their way around things. Today, I want to talk to you about the trust fund tax, especially if we received the letters 1153 or 2751. As a revenue officer, I'd go out and I would examine people that owed 941 tax, business tax, trust fund taxes. And it was my job to go in and make a determination on who was responsible to pay these taxes. The trust fund tax is really not a tax. It's the transferring of withheld money. That is the withholding tax on the 941 and half the Social Security tax only to an individual who they deem responsible. IRS usually conducts an investigation by pulling bank signature cards. They usually want a 4180 interview, and there's a whole bunch of things I used to do as an RO to make a determination. Look at the checks, who signed the checks, who signed the contracts, who was on the Secretary of State record. So after I did my due diligence, I went ahead and I would formulate who I thought was responsible. And most of the time, almost 100% of the time, when you work a lot of cases, you know who's responsible. So what does IRS do? They go ahead and they send out Form 1153 and 2751, letting you know about the assertion of the proposal of a penalty. The 2751 form itself has a very specific information as to what the debt is. The 2751 have two important columns. The two important columns are very simple. On the 2751, it'll tell you what the corporate debt was, what's still owed for the corporation, and then the responsible portion will be on the other side of what IRS is going to hold you responsible for. Usually, there's about a 25 to 40% discount if, in fact, you're held responsible. You have a period of 60 days to go ahead and react on that letter to put in your appeal. And I suggest everyone appeals it, whether you're responsible or not. Maybe sometimes the appeal officer may see something your way, and they may say, well, we'll take off 10 or 20%. Somebody else may be responsible. Don't necessarily agree that that amount A is right. You need to check to see if it is right, if the calculations of the revenue officer is right, and you need to find out who else is responsible. Every time someone comes into me, I appeal the trust fund itself. I want to look at the facts, what they've done. Even if I've signed checks, was I under the direction of somebody? Now, some of you are just absolutely dead responsible. There's no question. It was your show, your everything. You have to make a determination whether you want to pursue an appeal. Are you going to win it? Probably you're not going to win it. IRS is going to come down. But if there's circumstances that maybe you weren't 100% responsible or other things, that's when you need to go ahead and send that appeal. We're experts in doing this. I don't even know how many trust fund cases I've worked. I've issued so many 2751 letters and 1153 DO letters. It isn't crazy. So we know every single out for a trust fund recovery penalty. We know how to go ahead and write the affidavits, what to put in them. The trust fund, remember, you're going to have to refute what the IRS agent has come to in the report. And you have to remember this, and this is very key on trust fund cases. On trust fund cases, if someone directed you, guided you, told you, and you were a part of a company that you were a tag along and IRS hit you, you got a great job to get out of it. So if you ever need to chat about your penalty, you can certainly call or email me. By the way, I do this YouTube. Most YouTubes are do-it-yourselfers. So you're welcome to leave suggestions about what you'd like me to talk about within the trust fund. Happy to hear those. And more than anything, since I'm really pouring my heart out about the inside, it'd really help if you subscribe or give me a like. It lets me know that I'm doing a good job. So if you leave a comment, you want me to talk to someone, talk to you, or have a YouTube issue, I'll go ahead and make a YouTube about your suggestion. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.